Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 185 of this Let's Play Prophecy of Pendor. This is, of course, the finale of the game, and I just thought I would show you a bit of an overview of how things stand here at the end before we really make things a little mental and finish this properly. So, let's have a look at Klaus himself. Klaus is a level 41 now. He has fairly high stats, though we've not used a single Qualis gem, because throughout the entire game we've only had 3 Qualis gems. Yeah, that's right, because we upgraded our sword, which took all 3. So we've not been able to do any of the other side stuff, which I would have quite liked to have done, so boost his stats, boost the companion stats, and of course starting the custom Knighthood Order. I'm afraid we're out of time now, and we've never got the gems to do it with. Oops. Oh, that's how you change that. Interesting. Well, there's Klaus, you can see him up front. The dashing moustache there, of course, prominently displayed. He is fairly strong, very agile, because we wanted his athletics to be very high. He's got very, very good weapon skill, hence his weapon skills are also very high. Two-handed weapons, only actually 6 points short of hitting 500 crossbows, 468. And even his other stuff, I mean, his lowest is archery and throwing, which he barely used, but even one-handed and pole arms, they're not bad. And that's mostly from tournament use. Yeah, basically. Iron Flesh, Power Strike very high because he is a Warrior King more than anything. Very high Weapon Master, no shield. Very high Athletics again, so he can actually reach enemies. He has a high Riding, that's because he started as a Noble, I think. That hasn't actually been touched since. Almost no Horse Archery, naturally. 9 Looting, 10 Trainer, that's artificially boosted from books. Tactics, Pathfinding, Spotting, so he can actually do stuff on the main map. Some Inventory Management. No Medical Skills, we always had companions for that. Some engineering, high persuasion, so he could actually persuade other lords to join him. Moderate prisoner management. The one stat I would really have liked to have got higher is leadership. That does reduce your troop wages by 5% per point, and also would have given us another 40 troop capacities. So currently he's got 366. He would then have been able to command over 400. We actually have money here. I thought we were on like minus 100,000 or something. Or is that just with the budget? Oh, that was with the budget. Okay, so yeah, money-wise we are still hurting rather a lot, but that was because we've just got out of a very, very long war with the Deshar. We went from having 1, 2, 3, 4 towns to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 towns. The Deshar have just the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the Empire here with 1. And actually, if we were looking at the factions, Kingdom of Pendor, Bacchus Empire, we only have a truce for 1 more day. So that is likely to be the next thing that we do. My plan for this episode is to declare war on and to take out the Empire. I will probably use some shenanigans to grab the 2 castles and probably to fight the Siege of Sez. I can't be bothered to do it myself. We will, however, try and get a full land battle against the Empire because I have got all of Conrad's new armors installed. So we're going to have the full glory of all of the graphical updates that we've done to date installed. So I know that Mitchy Matt came out and had a couple of screenshots on the developer forums. And those were great. I mean, those always really look excellent. But they're never quite the same as actually seeing them in action on the battlefield. And I know that the Empire got something of an overhaul, so we'll be fighting them for sure. I'm also going to ensure that we have the various troop types which have new armors. For example, the Lady Valkyrie, Forlorn Hope, Dawn, Falcons, Ebony Gauntlets, Lions, maybe, Clarion Call, Eventide. They all have new armors as well, so I want to show those off. Do I have some of these guys here? Silver Mist you've seen before, Griffins haven't changed, Dragons have. This is the new dragon armor. This is actually one of my favourites, I absolutely love it. It looks fantastic, and it looks hardcore as well. I mean, those guys look tough. Drakes I thought had changed, apparently not. Ravenspear, that was the Ravenspear armor, because this one's just called Dark Blue Plate, and I was like, who guessed that? And there you go, it is the Ravenspear. Okay, that is my new favourite, actually. These armours all look absolutely ridiculous. I mean, honestly. Theirs hasn't changed. Doubt any of these guys have new stuff. Full plate, that's changed. We've taken away the gorget because it just didn't fit with any of the other helmets and things, so that's been removed, but otherwise I think that's more or less the same. What was that? Ebony plate, of course, ebony plate has changed. And yeah, that would be the ebony gauntlet. I think that's actually 2 sets of ebony plate. I don't have any gauntlets with me here. Since becoming the rightful Lord of Sarleon, King Klaus has gained a magical ability, which is basically you can teleport. Just so we can move around this map, because I only have this one episode in which to display all of this stuff, and I wanted to make sure we got through it all. So I'm just going to check the garrison real quick and see if we have got any ebony gauntlets here. We do. That's a hammer gauntlet. Take them all. So what I will be doing is I'll probably be fielding an entire army of various Knighthood Orders, so you can see all the flashy new armor actually in use. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to set that up first. And then we will just skip through a day. We'll declare war on the Empire. We'll fight that battle. And then we'll do what I actually wanted to do as the actual finale for this playthrough. So let me set that up for you. So as promised, here I can show off the different types of troops now. I think these guys at the end are just the companions. Yes, they are. That, however, is one of the Knights of the Dragon, looking rather dashing in their new armor there. I don't think the drakes have changed, the mortals don't. The drakes have not. There's another dragon, looking very swish. Griffins have not changed. Immortals have not. Einherjar have not. Yeah, they haven't. Ah, here we go. Ravenspear. That's who the dark blue plate belonged to. I was trying to work that out when I just had the notes from Conrad saying these are the armors that have changed. I couldn't quite work out who got that plate, but yes, of course, it is the Ravenspear. They look awesome. They're probably my favourite Knighthood Order now, just going by how cool they look. That's really sweet. Forlorn Hope I thought had changed. Apparently armour goes to someone else. I don't know, it is. So that's a new one. That is the Pendor Royal plate, which I thought the Forlorn Hope had, and they do indeed. So that's looking rather cool, and I think that is kind of the emblem that they're proposing should be for Mettenheim. It's the swords, the crossbows, the anvil, and the... not sure what that is in the top left. No, not sure. And then over here we have Heroine Adventurers. Have they changed? Not sure if that unicorn has changed or not. And that one I think has. This one definitely has. That's the... which one is that? That's the Madame Light plate. The Eventide definitely changed. There's how darker and even more sinister now, with better detailing and etching. That's definitely changed. That is one of the Lady Valkyrie armors which I wanted to show you, and I thought the Heroine Adventurers had, so I spawned a group of them just to make sure. And that is indeed, that is the Madame Azure plate, looking very cool. There we go, there's the Dawn. Now you can really see the difference between the Dawn and the Eventide. So Eventide there in the dark, and then the Dawn there in the light. Looking very cool indeed. And then the Clarion Call have got a heavier armour now. Looks more plate-like and less leathery. The Falcons, have they changed? Yeah, they obviously have changed. So the... who else had the Falcon? No, it's just them. The Talons haven't changed. They haven't changed. Dust Riders I don't think have changed. And then finally the Lions, who have got their really, really cool lion armour now. I thought we actually had 2 different variations. We do, and there's the second. With the golden lion and just the red jewel lions. Very nice indeed. And then the archers, you've seen the silver mists before. And then we have this new ebony gauntlet. You can just about make out, could possibly do with being a little clearer, the fist, and of course the tabard you have seen before too. And there's that one. So I think that's all the different types of troops that have received armor upgrades. The Radiant Cross has not changed. Oh, you know what I'm missing? I spawned one man. I'm going to see if I can spot him. Who has some... there he is. Ravenstone Kierguard. He's received some new armor as well. So there you go. And that, I think, is everyone. So yeah, some really, really impressive work there by Conrad. I'm sure you will agree. And now what I'm going to do is basically tell the story of how the rest of Pendor fell to the armies of Clausewitz and co. And then finally a showdown between Klaus and Khaden Bahadur Khan once the Dashar territories have fallen around his ears. I hope you enjoy it. There was one other thing which I had totally forgotten to display, and that was the stats at the retirement screen. So I have got a score of 8,600, 9 settlements, 4 friendly settlements, 11 friendly lords, 396 victories, 10 defeats, 94 quests completed, 10 companions found, 5 companions lost or departed, 34,000 in wealth, inventory of 64,000, that's all the gear I have equipped, 6,432 renown, which is rather a lot, 2.3 million experience, 862 days have passed, and I'm only playing at 75% difficulty. Now, ordinarily I would have played a little bit longer, but I'm kind of itching to get going on this new series, so yeah, we're stopping that. Still working on the War of the Dashar. Right, so we are now at war with the Empire. I have just materialized here in Empire territories, and actually right where I appeared was Marius Imperator. So we are going to engage him because he should have a whole bunch of the new Empire troops. Let's go and fight you, shall we? Should actually be a fairly close fight, except my army is rather strong. Get off your horses. So I am fighting with an entirely Order army, and in fact I have a massive hill as well, which is not going to help matters for them. I have not modded things to get rid of the archers, unfortunately. I possibly should have done that too. Sorry, rid of the archers, rid of the horses. I also have a couple of other allies for this particular fight. Let me see if I can find some. There's one of them. Hello there, mister. Got a Noldor Twilight Knight, because it occurred to me that they have newer gear as well, which I don't think has been shown off at all. See if I can find some more of our allies. They should probably be back here. Where are you? Is that you? No, they're Silver Mists. Huh, they don't seem to have spawned in this group. But we do also have more Noldor. We have some maiden warrior people things, and some of the regular Noldor rangers. Not many, just 10 of each. So I thought it would be pretty cool to show those off too. Let's bring the archers a little bit closer. Alright, here they come. Actually, realised I was still running a bunch of things in the background, so hopefully it should be a bit smoother. There we go, much better. Didn't want you to think that the new graphic assets were slowing things down, because I don't think they should be. Let's go and have a look at these new Empire troops. The Knights do have new gear as well. Oh, that was an Iron Circus Centurion, which also has new stuff. There's some new heavy armour as well. Yeah, the Empire Knights has changed. The Empire Horse armour, the red stuff. You seem to be wielding Jatu against us. Well, Marius has got some of everything. Immortals, Iron Circle. Don't think he has Shadow Legion. That was some new one as well. So yeah, you're just seeing it. I shouldn't need to point it out, because you can see it. And yeah, we are obliterating them, but then you would kind of expect that with an entirely Order force. I'm surprised I didn't kill him. Ooh, lucky block. Here comes their next wave. Legionnaire armor has changed. They're looking really actually kind of hardcore. I like it. Let's It's making me want to do an Empire playthrough because they've had the most like faction updates in terms of armor. I'm gonna die. I don't want to die. I'll fight on. There we go. I'm gonna run over here. An immortal fighting a legionnaire. Who's gonna win? Yes, their crossbows coming up close. And my archers. They may as well charge as well, to be fair. You lot being stuck by. Come on, guys. Spread out and kill the archers. Oh, see, a second wave of infantry hit us at exactly the same time. That is unfortunate. These jokers without helmets. Heavy infantry? No, noble legionnaires. We win? No. Yes! Okay. And that is a victory there. And because we have just defeated Marius, the entire empire has just fallen too. So, yay us! It's actually kind of a cool screen there. Massive army just ranging off into the distance. I like it. Cool. So, next up, the Deshah. The Lordly full plate was just completed by the Order Melitene guy, Alexios, and it is rather sweet. 11 head armor, 64 body, 22 leg. So you can see like my body armor is now 87, which is ridiculous. So rather pleased about that. Just wanted to report on that. And so it is, the truce between the Kingdom of Pendor and the Deshah Principalities has expired. So after the war with the Empire, the rest of their lands fell pretty quickly, but we need to start thinking about how to take down the Deshah. First of all, though, we of course need to declare war. And that's not such a big problem. We just go to the throne room, speak to the wife. Hi. Emissary, Kaden Bahadur Khan, declare war. Go. It seems like no one got upset by that, which is nice, so everyone is up for a bit of a scuffle. And then we can start making our plans. So, I think that we're going to split the army in two. So we're going to have Roland with the martial troops. We'll give them the target of taking Kennet, Longbeard, Gunders, and then eventually get to Windhelm, while Klaus will take one or two lords, probably like Frederick and Donovan or something, to attack these lands over here and then try and reunite the Empire. So let's see how that goes. The initial assault goes well. We managed to secure Seven Cross and Savador, making a line down to Janos and Ethos so we can grab those as quickly as possible. Meanwhile, some of our other lords have been capturing the castles that were here in our heartland anyway, although Sarleone is still somewhat threatened by Caloraden. Meanwhile, Roland and the main Pendor army have come crushing down the Firtvain coast and are currently encamped around Windhelm. The assault on Janos went surprisingly well, actually. As soon as it fell, the other lords of the Empire declared for Pendor themselves without having to be conquered, except for Almira, which was the odd one out, and it is still trying to hold secure as a bit of a stronghold here in the mountains. A couple of the other border areas by the Noldor have also held firm, not really understanding what the Pendor stance towards the Noldor is, as relations have been improving of late. Meanwhile, Roland and the Pendor army took Windhelm after a lengthy siege, however took High Pass without much struggle, honestly, and are now well on the way towards Torba, currently being in the area of Sher Kila. Meanwhile, Klaus is himself marching over towards Shieldstrom and Whitestag to secure those before they commit some atrocity towards the Noldor, while the Empire Lords have been marching on Almira to take that down and then have their own borders here secure. While Klaus was busy over here in the Noldor forest securing those, the Empire Lords did manage to take Almira after quite a long struggle actually. There was reports of quite a lot of Deshard activity in this area, probably as the Deshard Marshal himself is looking to counterattack something, but the offensive on the Deshard territories has been so powerful and so quick that they haven't really known how to respond, honestly. Roland continues his march on Torba, having taken Share Keeler. He is now in the outskirts. Meanwhile, Jocelyn, in a bit of a rebellious act, actually, managed to take and hold Single for himself. Something to do with the Order of the Eventide, which were housed there, although reports out of Singal since it has fallen have been rather quiet. With Torba still under siege and the Deshard still relatively quiet, Klaus finally found their main army in the outskirts of Wolven, where they've just been burning the village, basically committing atrocities in an attempt to sway the Empire Lords to their side, although with the Empire now so completely in Pendor's grip, that looks like something of a pointless mission. So they are trying. They are still trying to stay under... Still trying to sway people under them. Where's Caden? There he is. So Klaus was now trying to outmaneuver the Deshard Lords in an attempt to force battle with Caden himself. He has a rather elite army with him, although it has to be said there are rather a lot of Deshard Lords here too. Caliph Hamid. I think if we force battle with him now, then we may not get this whole bulk of the force, although we will still be rather heavily outnumbered. So maybe we'll try and move over this way. Oh, they're splitting. That's interesting. I think it might be time to force this battle. Now that we know what the enemy's armies are comprised of, we need to think about where we're going to fight them. Obviously, we don't want this big group jumping in. I think we can only handle these two, and even that does give me cause for concern, considering just how many troops there are. So hopefully these Immer farmers can keep them busy. We'll just kind of run in this direction and kind of hope that we can split these guys off. Except there are some... Oh, there's another group of Deshard coming in over there. Where am I in comparison? I'm there. Caden, you coming with me? Caden. No, Caden. Caden. Damn it. Oh, no, he's decided to do his own thing. So it looks like we are going to get Caden and Hamid here on their own. We're going to engage with Caden himself, because we want to take down the Bahadur Khan and basically use him as the reason for the rest of the Deshard falling. 388 against 789. I'm fairly... Oh, there's a river. Haha, there's a river. GG. Okay, so part of the reason I didn't want this field to have too many horses is, and you'll see why when I turn around, because we are fighting this battle with 1,000 battle size. That means we're going to have 1,000 men on the battlefield at any time. Infantry, let's try and get you in the water. Cavalry, let's have you over on that flank. And archers we'll just have back here best we can. Now, hopefully we can do a lot of damage to their cavalry while they are bogged down, although the river isn't exactly well positioned for this. We do want to encourage the enemy to attack us, so we should move the archers up to about there, have the cavalry over on our flank to that side, and we'll shift the infantry forwards some more, just so we get the curvature of the river working in our advantage here. Now unfortunately the enemy is getting quite a lot of ranged shots off at us here, and the archers don't really have a hill to shoot over. Are they charging? They are charging. Oh, thought I hit him. And now I'm sitting right in the front row. I'm just going to get completely bull rushed by everything. So I told the infantry to charge, cavalry also charge, and you die. Thank you. Okay, battle is joined. We have all the blade masters coming up over there. Hopefully we have enough space for the crossbows to do their crossbowing. And hopefully... Oh, is that Caden? That was! Excellent! So, their king is down. The king is dead! Long live the king of Pendor. Now we just need to kill the blade masters. This is not going to be fun, because these guys, when they blob up, are dangerous. They can just basically chain stun you because they hit so fast. Especially when mixed in with a couple of scorpion assassins. But here come the great swords! So this is going to be great swords versus blade masters, essentially. My sword swings just going through them. It feels that way. So yes, this is running on 1000. What's the word? 1000 battle size. So if things are a little bit jerky on the graphical end, that would be why. It's just not used to running with this level of actors, enemies, agents, people, soldiers, legendary heroes, and deepest, darkest villains. Good old propaganda. Was there reinforcement wave just hit or something? I don't feel like we're doing very well. Do we just have a massive group of swordsmen over there? Like, what's actually happening here? 160 versus 260. I think our last reinforcements have just arrived on the field. Our archers are now starting to charge. Yeah, we're just really separated out. Their infantry is crushing through to us. Meanwhile, our infantry are crushing through their archers. Oh, another wave? Didn't think they had that many. We're on 1000 battle size here. They shouldn't be getting so many waves of enemies. I thought it was like 1000 men total here. Apparently not. We're down to 117 here. We're too spread out. Their horse archers are just taking us to pieces. I think it's time for us to do a quick withdraw. Gained 84 morale. So they think we are winning. We did lose... Oh, crikey. We've only got about 100 men left. But then they have about 2. 104 against 205. You know what? I am confident of those odds. No. Unfortunately, this is a forested map. However, this could well be in our favour. Oh man, this is running so much better now. Okay, let's finish these guys off, shall we? Does look like we have a good number of infantry, a very good number of infantry in fact. And quite a few archers too. Archers are beginning to shoot back. Looks like there's a bit more of a valley here. I would like to control this valley so that our archers can be used to the best effect. So let's get our cavalry coming into the flank. Let's have our infantry about there and our archers standing about here. Perfect. Okay, so their guys are coming in. Let's do a counter charge. Oh no, didn't mean to move you. I meant cavalry if we have any. Over onto the right flank. Doesn't look like we have any. Our infantry are attacking, their cavalry are about to hit us in the flank, so we're going on anti-cavalry duty. Hi. This is the job that Klaus likes the most. Ow. Siggy is level 26. Marvellous. Let's deal with you guys. And these guys. And let's pull our archers forwards a bit so you're in better range to shoot at them. Who's left? 68 against 73. We got this. Our infantry are charging their archers. I think we have got this. Our crossbows are hitting from there. They're in a good position. Excellent. And our infantry are now among their archers. And the cat is, as they say, out of the bag. Let's go after these guys. Headshot. Okay. I think that's that group dealt with. We just have a small number left. I'm fairly confident about us just demolishing these guys. You were a terrible shot. How many shots did you have against me? I mean, seriously? Why are you foot charging my archers? That's also a terrible decision. I admit, trying to outrange duel a group of Mettenheim heavy crossbows with their Mettenheim arbalesks is not a fun thought, but still. One guy left. Over there somewhere. Nope, over there somewhere. Come on. Where are you? Clearly my ranged units think that they can... Oh, there he is. Oh, and he's dead. Huzzah! And there we go, victory is ours! Happy jump, happy jump. Klaus can do the happy jump because he now owns Pendor. Ah, yes. We lost 63, they lost 205. Khalif Hamid, you are marshal, I'll let you go. And Kador Bahadur Khan is now Klaus's prisoner. And with that, with the head cut off of the snake, there should be a lot less reason for the Dashar to continue fighting. Let's just grab some of this loot, don't need to take much of it. And with Khadan Bahadur Khan safely in Klaus's care, the rest of the Dashar resistance very, very quickly folds, and most of them pledge allegiance to the king from Mettenheim. Klaus has successfully united the entirety of Pendor under his benevolent rule. And thus ends our journey as well. It has been a very long journey, but it hasn't been arduous. It's been rather enjoyable, in fact. I certainly enjoyed it. I very, very much hope that you have too. Thank you very, very much for your support throughout the months in working on this, by the way. It is really very much appreciated. And I hope that you've got as much out of this as I have. And I certainly have. I was actually thinking about this. One really great rule about game design is if you're not enjoying the game, then you're doing something wrong. Like, if you're not enjoying it, then why should anyone else? And I think you will quite happily agree that I have absolutely been enjoying this. You've been able to see that through these videos. I'm very often surprised by stuff in this game that I haven't noticed before. I really like the design of the different factions. Yes, I might be a little bit biased because I did design parts of it, but I would never have become a developer if I didn't like Pendor, and I definitely like Pendor. It is an absolutely fantastic mod, and I've had a lot of fun playing it. So what's next? Well, I did say that during this finale I would be announcing the next game that I'll be doing, which is going to be Mount & Blade for sure, and I have actually decided that I will be doing Mount & Blade Viking Conquest. It is a more realistic mod. Well, it's not even a mod, it's a DLC, in that it is based in the real world rather than Pendor. It is obviously about the Vikings. I haven't quite decided precisely how or what I'll be playing. I did a very quick test run. It does have permadeath, and I did permadie quite early on. It was kind of embarrassing, but you know, the whole name of this channel is Mordred Viking, so I really have to try playing as the Vikings in, you know, Viking Conquest. And I am really, really excited to give that a shot. Anyway, that is enough babbling from me now, I think. Please do let me know down in the comments whether you have enjoyed this series, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, the high points for you. If you haven't seen them already, I did do a 3-part montage of the entire career of Clausewitz up to the events of today's episode. So you can check those. They are called the Life of Klaus. They are the episode 182, 3 and 4 of this series. Let me know if you enjoyed that as well. It took me a ridiculous amount of work to put together. I'll be quite honest, I had to very, very quickly, obviously, skim through every single episode that I've done thus far and pick out the best and juicy bits. I probably missed one or two, but you know, most of the highlights will be there. So if you haven't been able to watch the entire series and you feel that you're unable to, then do give that a watch. But obviously, spoiler alert, there will be some. So if you do intend to watch the whole series, and if you haven't been until now, then you may want to watch it first. No, the series not. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't really want to stop this. I've really been enjoying it, but I'm going to have to stop it. So thank you very, very much for watching. I do mean that from the absolute bottom of my heart. Thank you very much for your support. It would not have been possible without it. This channel was built on Prophecy of Pendor. This series has made everything that I do now possible, and that would have been totally impossible without you guys watching and commenting, sharing, liking, and of course subscribing. So thank you again. And hopefully I'll see you in Viking Conquest. Goodbye.